swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you call for a vote, please?
Hazlet?
It's verdict day. Today we're going to learn, tis there a tiny house or tis there not. Today is the hearing for my tiny house variance. Today is going to suck. So I'm on the way to the cabin. I'm on my way to take some pictures of some of the other structures that are on the water. You know, I have zero issue with anybody having anything on the lake. And by me presenting what people have on the lake is not to try and get anybody in trouble. But, you know, when you're kind of cornered and you're put in a position where you yourself are threatened, you have to do what you have to do to prove a point. And to prove my point, which is my setback is too close to the water, I have to show what other people are doing on the lake. And interestingly enough, like I said in my last video, some of the people who have an issue with where my cabin is located on my property, theirs is even closer to the water. Like, they overhang the water. And it's a beautiful structure. Like, I give 0 F's to what people have done. I understand the time and money and dreams that goes into building and making your property your own. And so now, because I have to fight back to hopefully get my variance request, I gotta do what I gotta do. So I'm taking you along my journey today as I get ready for my hearing. We'll see what happens. Wish me luck. I don't think I'm doing Ohio justice by just showing cornfields, because this is what everybody thinks Ohio is. But it is pretty. You have to fight back. Am I nervous? Yeah. Do I hate this? Yes. I hate it. I hate confrontation. I hate fighting. I hate having to kind of puff up my chest, ruffle my feathers. But if you don't fight back, you don't let your voice be heard, then you will always get whatever someone else chooses for you. My stomach is in knots. See there? That's not 60 feet back from the water. Not 60 feet back from the water. Not 60 feet back from the water. That's definitely not 60 feet from the water. It overhangs the water. And then pan to the left, and then there's my place, tucked away into the trees. This is what I call bullshit. And if you zoom out, you come to this place right here. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's also not 60 feet from the water. With an AC unit and a chimney.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Choke on my generator is stuck. So I gotta manually do this. I've been here in a couple weeks, so it's a little difficult. Just like anything, a little perseverance goes a long way. And it also has an automatic starter, but the battery's dead, so I gotta put some back into it. You want to appreciate just flipping on the lights whenever you want to at home until you either run out of gas and you have a generator or your generator won't start. It's like almost there. And that's what she said. Hopefully one of my neighbors didn't put crap in my tank. I really don't think that happened. I just usually don't have this much trouble. Okay, we're gonna go inside. It's so beautiful. Does this look trashy to you? I have a couple kid toys out here. Property goes pretty far that way, and then you saw us drive back, so it's like 400 some feet to the water from the road. I mean, come on. This is why I'm fighting, because this is worth fighting for. And just stand here with me. You know, even though we don't really personally know each other, I feel like I got a couple friends on my side, even if they don't live in this neighborhood. And I feel you standing right here next to me. Maybe that makes me a crazy person. Crazy or not, it makes me happy. And that brings me a little bit of peace and feeling of calmness, which is what I really need right now. Thanks for the support. I know I haven't given the formal tour of the cabin yet. Things have been a little crazy. You know, one thing I've noticed with a lot of these tiny house people is I don't see very many kids in their videos. And once they have a kid, you never see a video from them again. So, I don't know, take that for what it's worth, but that's why I unfortunately don't get many videos out to you guys. But I will get a more formal video, and if that's the day before this thing gets torn down, then we'll make sure we get it in. I won't let you down. You know, we've even talked about what if we've just cut down the roof, because right now the issue is if we put it on a flatbed, it's just like a couple feet too tall for highway. But if we take the roof off, then we might be able to get it moved if we have to do that, which that's obviously what we don't want to do. But instead of tearing it down, we will see what we can do. But real quick, I'll just show you real quick inside here. Generator's still not on, so I don't have any lights on. But this is the great room, I guess you could call it. It's about 13, 14 foot ceilings, which is pretty cool. It makes any space feel bigger if you have windows and height. I think those are my two biggest tips to making a small space feel bigger. Got the wood burning stove, which I finally got to work this year. I didn't think I could use it because I couldn't get to work before, but was able to figure it out with a lot of tips from you guys, sharing with me some helpful things to get it going, so thank you. And then up there is the sleeping loft. Has 2 full-size beds, has a TV that hangs there on the railing, so you can watch some movies in bed. And then you can see up there the rails, it's also a skylight. A lot of these things, like the light fixtures, windows, were either from Craigslist or Habitat for Humanity's Restore. This is a pull-out sofa, which also is from Craigslist. Storage ottoman has kids' toys in it. Here we got our stools. Now, if you didn't know already, I've talked about it in other videos. I'll show a little slide screen picture, but this is modeled after 2011 HGTV Stowe, Vermont Dream Home. I loved it so much. You know, they list all of their colors and such on their website. It's really easy to, you know, use a lot of what they used, and then just from pictures I was able to model a lot after what they did. So here's our stairway to heaven. I still need to figure out a better ladder system, but we have our little hatch there. And then here is our off-grid bathroom. Shower right now is being used as a storage unit. And then I'm turning this mirror into a barn door, so I can have built-in shelves like I do in the living room, and then that'll slide over, and then you'll have more storage there. And then a little closet there. And then down there is if I ever had water, or could pull water from like the lake or something, it would, in theory, make it at least clean enough to shower with. But I haven't really even set that up yet because it's just been a little crazy. But yeah, I mean, hopefully you can see why I'm fighting for this, because this is so important to me. This is a cool RV stove range I got from Craigslist, and then no room for a full-size fridge, but when I put this in, it made it the perfect space below. Oh, look, we got some brewskis in there. That's a nice surprise. We'll leave those there. But it had the best, or perfect space for a little fridge. And then our pantry, we have in here all these cabinets I got from the bargain outlet. And then a lot of dishes and such and accessories I got from IKEA, like those shelves. So there you go, guys. I don't even know what to say. I'm a fighter. I wouldn't even have this place in the first place if I wasn't a fighter. So, but you know, you get to a certain age and you've fought so many battles that you just kind of are tired of fighting. I just don't really want to fight anymore, and I just want to make friends. I just want to have friends. I just want to be nice. I want people to treat me the way I treat them. And you know, in some ways, maybe it's my fault too, because I have been kind of quiet. But like when I come out here, I kind of keep to myself versus get super involved, because I know some people have an issue with the cabin, or I don't really know that, but I had fear and anxiety that they did, and so I just kind of wanted to keep to myself versus people say stuff to my face. But now they said stuff in letters, so I guess that, you know, is the beauty of the internet and mail. So you can express your opinion without saying it to the person you're expressing it towards. So, anyway. All right, well, I'm gonna pick up some of the stuff here and get ready for my hearing later today and see what happens. Who knows? This might be one of the last videos here at the cabin. I hope not. Wish me luck. Okay, I'm coming back from the cabin, back to Columbus, getting ready for my meeting. I had to grab all the kids' bikes, put a bike rack together. I have a bike in my face because it wouldn't fit on the rack. Beck's crying. I have like 1 minute to spare before I get home, give my kids to my mom, get onto this meeting, get my notes together. Oh my God, there's not enough hours in the day. I even got up early to try to plan ahead, but it doesn't matter. When you have kids, it just doesn't matter. Nothing goes to plan. We are a 20-minute countdown, and I'm 19 minutes away from home. Wow. Just another day of life. Oh my gosh. I can't do traffic right now. Everybody needs to know how to drive and get to their destinations quickly and safely. Now it's raining. Oh my God. Normally that doesn't bother me, but in Ohio, nobody can drive in the rain. Here we go.
Okay, we are ready to go. So I guess we're out of recess and back at 422.
Property owner and applicant is Kelley. He uses a variance request to chapter allow for a dwelling with a rear setback less than 60 feet. A rear setback requirement with no public water and sewer is 60 feet. The reason we're here is we do not have any zoning approvals for this project. The dwelling unit is right up to the water line. The dwelling itself is approximately 8 feet from the lake. These letters are all in opposition to the request. Letter from the developer. The developer had approved of the use here.
Looks like it's being more used for recreation, and it's a what they call a tiny house.
Sure, so if it were a tiny house on wheels, that would be different. But this is not on wheels.
It is anchored to the ground.
Correct.
So it is considered a dwelling.
You are correct.
You do swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead and present your case, please.
Okay, thank you. So I purchased my land back in 2012 with the intent of one day being able to build a normal size home. In the meantime, so I had to get permission from him since there are covenants in the neighborhood, and he was the one who created those covenants. So he granted me permission with the exact location, design. And I did contact the city. They told me as long as it was under 200 square feet, I did not need building permit. It's technically a 12 by 16 structure. That's 192 square feet. I'm the one who bringing this again to the city's attention. This is not because of a formal complaint from any neighbor. It's a place where I bring my children for the weekends, and it has been there since 2013. So it has been there for 7 years with no formal complaint. So I'm kind of in a backpedaling situation because I have not ever tried to skirt code or do anything illegally. So nothing has been hidden. And part of my design, it wasn't just kind of this random project. It was actually modeling after some of the other structures that are there on the lake. It's off-grid, there's no water, everything is self-contained. I go to an RV station to dispose of anything. Nothing is going into the property. Nothing is harming the property. And honestly, it's a little concerning because I've been there for so long and nobody has, except for one neighbor, has not expressed any issue. A lot of my neighbors' children come over and fish. They play with my children. I've never done anything intentionally to try and upset anybody. And like I said, back when I built it in 2013, I was under the assumption I was doing my full due diligence by getting permission from the developer himself as well as the city. But unfortunately, when I did contact the city, setbacks was not something that was addressed with me at the time.
Kelley, you may have a rebuttal if you wish.
Okay, I understand and I hear my neighbors' concerns, and I'm not trying to just diminish those at all. I think the thing that's difficult for me is that my structure, my dwelling, has been there since 2013. There's not been one formal complaint. It's still standing. It was put together by an architect. It's not even been something that I thought was a concern of others due to at least 10 other small structures on the water that I use for recreational purposes. And I asked for the variance just due to the longevity of it being there and not having any formal complaints. As for selling the property, I don't Airbnb this, I don't advertise this as something that I live there or someone else could live there full time. I would definitely welcome a conversation with my neighbors. Nobody has presented this as an issue. Like I said, the whole reason for my applying for the variance was to bring electric, because running a generator, it's not great for the environment. There's no ill will, and I feel like maybe some are feeling like I'm trying to cause ill will or do something to skirt things, but I understand that there's always going to be hindsight, or things may have changed on whom I spoke with 7-8 years ago. So my reason for asking for it is because it has been there for so long, and I did do what I thought was allowed and within my right by meeting with people who I thought were the appropriate people to meet with at the time.
Thank you, Kelly. I'm going to close the public portion of our hearing at 5:04, and the board may deliberate. We had this in the past, you and I, it's not the first time we've addressed or seen where the applicant has been misled or not informed by a developer or a builder or contractor, only to come and think, I did what I thought was right and I did what they said, only to find out that they weren't in compliance. And the sympathy we feel for the applicant when they're in this situation. So can you call for a vote, please?
No.
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 Kelly, I'm really sorry, but sometimes we just can't go against those regulations when we just don't have a strong reason to.
So, I got 4 no's. So what does that mean? I don't know what that means. We gotta move it. Does anybody know how to move it? I don't even know what to say. Like, it's there. So are you gonna pay someone to come knock it down? Paid $175 for that. I debated on not saying anything, or not trying to get electric, but then, like, just having this hanging over my head that someone was going to complain or cause problems, and I had one neighbor who was harassing towards me, and I just wanted it to be done. I just wanted to be able to visit and go there and feel safe and comfortable, and having people who come and cheered me on in the beginning, like as I was building it, seeing where it was located, and now having issue 7 years later. I don't even know what to say. I guess to be continued, right?